Please take your seats. The meeting is about to begin. Remember to speak into the microphone, as this meeting is being recorded for public record. Please stand by. We are going on air in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good afternoon, everyone. A closed executive session will be held at 3:30 p.m. on Wednesday, November 13th in the City Manager's large conference room, 4th floor, City Hall, for a discussion relative to collective bargaining. The closed executive session is being held pursuant to Florida Statute, Section 447.605. We will now recess this portion of the meeting until 5 p.m. when the presentations and awards portion of the meeting will commence. So we are recessed till 5 p.m. Thank you.
Please take your seats. The meeting is about to begin. Remember to speak into the microphone, as this meeting is being recorded for public record. Please stand by. We are going on air in 5, 4, 3,
PJ?
2, 1.
Welcome to the presentation and awards ceremony. We got a packed house today. Thank you all for coming. We're going to get started. Got a lot of, I always wanted to use this. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to use it today. So we're going to get started. If we could all quiet down, please, to give everyone the respect. We have a number of items. Thank you for my colleagues for being here today, and thank you for all coming. It's very meaningful. I actually had somebody recently tell me that one of the highlights was when several years ago he had gotten a proclamation from the city. So it hits home that this is something important to individuals. It's important for us in the city to recognize the good hard work that everyone does. I'm going to go generally in order, but I'm going to start off with two items out of order relating to homeless, the compassionate efforts that we do to help the homeless, as well as enforcement efforts. I'm going to call those first because they actually have to get to work and get back on the street to do their jobs. So I'm going to call PA 10 first, but Ralph, if you can also provide any instructions that are necessary.
Good afternoon, everyone. During this hybrid commission meeting, the City Commission is physically present in the Commission Chamber at Miami Beach City Hall, 1700 Convention Center Drive, 3rd floor. The public may attend the meeting virtually. However, members of the public who wish to attend the meeting in person may appear at the Commission Chamber. To view the meeting virtually, the public may join the meeting by visiting the Zoom app on their smart device or on the web at zoom.us or by telephone at 305-224-1968. Again, 305-224-1968. The webinar ID is 813-928-576-71 pound, 813-928-576-71 pound. And the first item up is PA 10, Certificate of Recognition, Operation Summer Relief, requested by Mayor Minor.
Yeah, so thank you. And this is an ongoing operation. We actually did an Operation Summer Relief, an item that I brought to really focus, and the goal was, and it's never fully fulfilled, is to try to make sure there are no homeless individuals living on our streets. That's a constant goal that we have. And again, we provide a plethora of services, but also there's enforcement as well. But we try to have all of our departments that are engaged, housing, community services, police, emergency management, the fire department, to make a concerted effort, and with the well-being of the homeless in mind. It's really hot in August. We get reports literally every day of different crimes committed in our city, and a lot of the crimes are often committed by homeless against the homeless. So there's a level of protection that we need to provide. Anybody in our city, we are responsible for, and sometimes it's protecting, and it doesn't make headlines. Those cases do not make headlines, but we see it, and we know it happens. So we have a duty, and Operation Summer Relief was a big part of that. I always hate to single out individuals because there's so many people that are involved in this, but I do want to highlight Irene Valinas, emergency management technician with the Fire Department Division of Emergency Management. She coordinated volunteers who are members of the city CERT, the Community Emergency Response Team, who do great work as well, to assist with our outreach efforts. They did so much. I would actually let's bring Irene up and everyone who was involved, and anyone who wants to speak. I'd love to hear from you, and let's do the certificate. Anybody? Can everyone who was involved, every department that was involved in the Operation Summer Relief come up? We'll take a picture. It goes without saying it doesn't happen without Alba. Thank you all.
So the next item is PA5 proclamation, Dr. Alba Tere and the Homeless Outreach Team, requested by Vice Mayor Fernandez.
Vice Mayor Fernandez.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Well, this is very similar, but very different than PA10. This is PA5, but right. This is a recognition of Dr. Tare and the entire team at the Homeless Outreach Team. I think as public servants, we owe it to recognize these individuals who take on the task of dealing with what is perhaps the most difficult population in our community, that is dealing directly with the homeless population, homeless individuals that have unique challenges and that depend on specialized services. And these are the individuals that, with the full goodness of their heart, extend a helping hand, a compassionate helping hand, to help homeless individuals at the lowest point of their lives get back up on their own 2 feet and become contributing members of society. And it's so important to do this now, especially right now when Miami Beach is frankly being portrayed in a negative light. And while it hurts all of us because we know that a lot of what is being said out there might not be true, it most hurts those dedicated public servants who day in and day out are in the streets of our community, reaching out to homeless individuals, to those who we owe our gratitude, the entire team at the Office of Outreach and Community Services. And so today, I want to, on behalf of our mayor, on behalf of our city commission, but most especially on behalf of our entire community, I want to recognize Alba. I want to recognize Alba for her exceptional leadership, for her dedication, for being someone with all of her heart dedicates herself to this city, who at midnight mobilizes herself to our city to deal with homeless individuals being bussed into our city, who in the weekend is putting on resource fairs to make sure that homeless individuals have access to comprehensive case management, that have access to mental health services, that have access to legal services, that have access to vouchers. To Alba, who makes sure that individuals are capable of getting from the streets to housing. I think even this week we have a homeless individual who I met personally that was getting off the streets and was actually making it into housing. Housing in Miami Beach because of the exceptional work that Alba is doing. So today, on behalf of those very grateful residents of the city of Miami Beach, do we declare today, November 13th, as Dr. Alba Tari Day in the city of Miami Beach.
Mr. Mayor, if I could, just real briefly, I just want to say that it has been my distinct honor and pleasure to work with Alba. She is one of those people that embraces all of the challenges that she faces on a daily basis with this spirit and this light that is wonderful to behold, and I am extremely grateful that she's a part of this team in the city of Miami Beach, and we are a better city because of her. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I am truly honored, but I do have to say, I am so very thankful for all of the beautiful words, but everything that we do and everything that we have accomplished has truly been the motivation and has been outlined by the amazing team that we have at our Office of Housing and Community Services. None of those things would be possible without them, and I am more than honored and grateful for the opportunity to be able to lead such amazing people who are so compassionate in anything and everything that they do. And for them, these are not individuals that are homeless or experiencing homelessness. These are individuals that they look to as friends and families and are truly there to compassionately support them in getting the help that they need. To be a part of their journey is what we're most grateful for. So thank you so much.
PA1 is proclamation Coralia Fonseca, requested by Vice Mayor Fernandez.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I wanted to take a moment today to recognize some I wanted to take a moment today to recognize Coralia Fonseca, Mr. Mayor. Quiero reconocer hoy a Coralia Fonseca porque todos quienes conocen a Coralia saben que Coralia se dedica de corazón a ayudar a las personas de mayor necesidad de nuestra comunidad. Recientemente estuve en el South Shore Community Center con mi asistente Mónica. Monica and I, we were recently at the South Shore Community Center, and Coralia was showing up, and we asked Coralia, ¿por qué que estás acá? And her answer was, well, I'm here because there's a lady that needed help with something, and I came over because they're closing by 4 o'clock, and I needed to deliver something, and that's Coralia. Coralia es alguien quien sale de su camino para hacer el bien para los demás, quien lo hace de todo corazón. a ella no le pagan por lo que ella hace, es trabajadora social por vocación, porque le nace ayudar al prójimo. Así que Coralia, hoy en nombre de nuestro alcalde, de nuestra comisión, pero más importante, de todos esos residentes a quienes tú has apoyado a su momento de mayor necesidad, es nuestro honor declarar hoy, 13 de noviembre de 2024, como Día de Coralia Fonseca en la ciudad de Miami Beach. And this goes to show the genuine compassion of our residents, senior citizens living on fixed incomes that go out of their way to lend a helping hand to people who are also in need. And Coralia is the truest demonstration of the best that we have in our community. And I've said in Spanish, she is a social worker by vocation. It comes to her naturally to go out of her way to help people that need groceries. She helps them get the groceries. If someone has an issue with social services with the city, she goes out of her way to help them with those social services. And she doesn't get paid for that, but she cares. And she is the most beautiful demonstration of the beautiful compassion that the citizens of the city of Miami Beach has towards those who are most in need. Y te queremos, Coralia. Mucha felicidad.
PA2.
PA2 is Proclamation Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, requested by Vice Mayor Fernandez.
They're not here yet, so we could actually move.
PA3.
PA3 is Proclamation of Hispanic Heritage Month, requested by Vice Mayor Fernandez.
Well, this one is retroactively declaring Hispanic Heritage Month because Hispanic Heritage Month was September 15th to October 15th. And unfortunately, we didn't have a proclamations meeting at the time. If I would have listened to Commissioner Rosen Gonzalez when we made these regulations, we would have had a proclamation meeting at that time, but we didn't. So today, I want to recognize the rich tapestry of our community. And that rich tapestry of our community is woven together by the diverse cultures that make Miami Beach such a beautiful home. And certainly the Hispanic community has played an integral part in shaping the vibrant and inclusive identity of the city of Miami Beach, enriching our lives with traditions, with customs, and most especially with contributions. And during Hispanic Heritage Month throughout our city, we had multiple celebrations recognizing the profound impact that Hispanic Americans have not only in Miami Beach, but in our society, whether it be in the arts, whether it be in science and business and beyond. So today I want to take a moment to recognize this great melting pot of cultures that we cherish, the unique perspectives and experiences that our cultural diversity brings to our city, and honor our Hispanic community. Para mí es un honor como americano de primera generación servir en esta comisión. Agradezco profundamente la confianza que ha sido depositado en mí para servir como un oficial electo hispano en esta comunidad. Y me es motivo de gran honor declarar el 15 de septiembre a 15 de octubre como mes de la herencia hispana en la ciudad de Miami Beach. Now, I want to present this to the Hispanic Affairs Committee that's joining us, but in presenting this also to the Hispanic Affairs Committee, I think it's also important to recognize those that help us do great things. The Hispanic Affairs Committee is great because it has great staff to work with. Staff that doesn't get paid a single extra penny, that volunteer of their time, of their talent, of their profession to help elevate the mission of the Hispanic Affairs Committee. So today, as we also recognize Hispanic Heritage Month, I also want to recognize Leonor Hernandez with a certificate of recognition for her tremendous contributions to our city.
Thank you.
So through the mayor, Leonor, I'm so grateful that you're being recognized today because you are one of those people who always goes above and beyond to get things done. Congratulations on your new role in helping us straighten things out in the building department as our customer service manager. And that is a tribute to the way that you cut across departments and do anything that people need to be able to get them to a better place. Thank you for all that you do, and I'm so grateful that the Vice Mayor is recognizing you today.
Our next item is PA4, Proclamation LGBTQIA+ History Month, requested by Vice Mayor Fernandez, PA4.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Another retroactive recognition. But October was LGBTQ History Month, and it was founded in 1994 as an annual month-long observance of the LGBTQ community, of our history for gay rights and the civil rights movement. And it's important to celebrate this history because so much of it has been threatened over time, and it must be protected. And it's been the work of incredible leaders who have helped achieve the rights that weren't always secured, but through the advocacy, through the leadership, through the dedication of leaders, we now have this history to celebrate. Miami Beach has always been a beacon of LGBTQ rights. We have been in the leading forefront in the state of Florida and in the nation. And I am proud of this city. I am proud of the diversity that is identified with Miami Beach. And hopefully we continue to celebrate the contributions of the LGBTQ community. I think we've lived through challenging moments together, and Miami Beach has always stayed united. Miami Beach has always supported its LGBTQ community, and I think with this leadership on the City Commission, we will continue to stand with the LGBTQ community. We'll celebrate our accomplishments, we'll continue fighting to preserve the rights that we have, and most importantly, recognize the history that has brought us here, the dedication, the bloodshed, the tears, the sweat of those individuals who fought before us, but who made the sacrifices for the rights that we enjoy today. And I especially want to recognize our LGBTQ advisory committee here in the city of Miami Beach. They dedicated their time, they dedicated their leadership to help our city continue in this mission, and thanks to them,
will continue to be leaders in this state to secure our rights, and will help advocate for other communities that don't have a voice. Not all communities have a committee like ours, but Miami Beach does, and we'll be the voice for those that don't. So thank you to our committee that's here present. I want to recognize the chair. If the chair would like to come and say a few words on behalf of the committee.
Well, thank you, everybody. Steve Atkins, it's an honor to serve the city, and I've done it for many, many years, and especially in this capacity as a gay man. You know, our challenges are many. I think we have quite an interesting few years ahead of us, but the city of Miami Beach has always been a beacon when it comes to LGBTQ rights, and we appreciate your support, your efforts to continue to recognize this community as viable and economically important to the work that we're doing here in our community. And before I step aside for the pictures, I would just like to honor a dear friend who passed some years ago, but was the first openly gay employee for the city of Miami Beach, and that was Michael Aller. Oh. So we honor him tonight with this recognition. And thank you, Commissioner Fernandez. Thank you, Commissioners and Mayor. Appreciate all your support.
And I'd like to ask the committee to join us here in the front. And first, I also like to say that recently I got a text message from a friend of mine that saw an advertising from the Bureau for Miami Beach in a different city. And the advertising actually featured our LGBTQ lifeguard, our Pride lifeguard stands. And I'm so proud because it was an idea that came from this committee. I see Eddie that's here, that Eddie was the chair of the committee at the time, and how passionate this committee was to get this done. And we did it. And we thought it was something special, but it's transcended beyond being something special. It is special, but it's also now a place where people, and they go and they take a picture, and they send around the world that Miami Beach is a welcoming and inclusive place. But it also sends a message of something that you said: we support the economy. We are part of this community in many more ways than just culturally and vibrant, but we're also part of the economy of this region. And nothing says that more than when it is featured in advertisement in different parts of the country to attract people to our community. So I really do thank you guys for representing us so well. So let's take a picture. PA6.
PA6 is a certificate of recognition, Miami Beach Police Department Captain Marlene Rivero, requested by Commissioner Dominguez.
Thank you. Captain Marlene Rivero, thank you so much for your service. And I'll read a little bit here about you. In recognition of your exemplary service and dedication to the city of Miami Beach, since beginning your law enforcement career in 2000 and joining the Miami Beach Police Department in 2004, you have served in a variety of capacities and positions of rank, including lieutenant and shift commander in the Operations Division, sergeant in Internal Affairs, detective in the Homicide Unit, and multiple assignments in the Patrol Division. Your commitment and training in each of your assignments has greatly benefited the department. As a captain for the past 5 years, you've commanded both South Beach and North Beach and are currently assigned to the Criminal Investigations Division. Your numerous honors and awards, including the Miami Beach Police Department's Exceptional Service Award, reflect your outstanding contributions. Additionally, your 21 years of service with the Florida National Guard's 13th Army Band and the Army Meritorious Service Medal upon retirement are commendable. Your academic achievements include a bachelor's in criminal justice, a master's in public administration from Florida International University, and postgraduate education in community development, emergency management, and homeland security. They demonstrate your dedication to continuing to learn. Your graduation from the prestigious programs such as the Southern Police Institute's Command Officers Development Course, the Police Executive Research Forum's Senior Management Institute for Police, and the FBI National Academy further highlight your commitment to excellence. And we want to recognize you for your leadership and dedication, and thank you for your continued service. Congratulations.
Mr. Mayor, do you mind if I say a few words about Captain Rivero?
Please.
Thank you so much. So, as Commissioner Dominguez was reading her bio and talking about her, I'm over here just beaming with pride. You know, we often talk about what the next generation of leaders in the Miami Beach Police Department look like when we talk about succession planning. Well, that's what it looks like, right? In addition to all of her, thank you. So in addition to all of her accomplishments and all the experiences, she's a leading executive in the police department, but she's also a mom, raising teenage boys. And somehow she makes it work, right? I mean, it's amazing to me, and I am so proud of her. I'm so excited by the future of the police department. Thank you, Marlon.
So I'm gonna do a little skipping now. I'm gonna go to PA 11. Ralph.
Yes, sir. PA 11 is Certificates of Recognition, ADL, No Place for Hate, requested by the mayor.
We have a number of school principals who are here. If you want to actually come up now, you're more than welcome. And I'm gonna, in a moment, recognize each of you. For the last 10 years, the city of Miami Beach has partnered with the Anti-Defamation League and Miami-Dade County Public Schools on the ADL No Place for Hate program. There's a banner presentation that happens every year. Unfortunately, this year we had to suspend that because of a tornado warning. But it's a great initiative to combat bullying in school. I think we all know the travesties and some of the dangers and real harm that can be caused to students when they are bullied. I wanted to give some statistics this year alone from the ADL No Place for Hate program. In 2023 in Florida, there were 46 school-based anti-Semitic incidences. But from October 2023 to February 2024, which obviously coincided subsequent to the October 7th Hamas attacks against Israel, the anti-Semitic incidences in schools more than doubled. On a national audit, anti-Semitic incidences increased year over year. K-12 schools incidents surged by 135%. Incidents of Jewish institutions increased by 237%. college and university incidents spiked by 321%. Anybody who follows the news shouldn't be surprised by that number. But every school represented here tonight has earned the ADL No Place for Hate designation, and the city of Miami Beach proudly achieved the ADL Community for Respect designation. So we really couldn't do it without you, and I want to acknowledge each one of you. Representing our schools tonight, our principal, Balusik Biscayne Beach Elementary School. Hey! You know, sometimes they say hold your applause after everyone. Actually, this one, we should applaud each of you individually. Principal Murphy, Miami Beach Feinberg Fisher K-8 Center. Principal Brito, Miami Beach Nautilus Middle School. Principal Mazon, Miami Beach South Point Elementary School. Principal Taracion, Miami Beach Senior High School. Principal Fishman, North Beach Elementary School. Principal Balderramas, Ruth K. Bay Harbor K-8. And unfortunately, Principal Saperstein couldn't make it, but we'll still mention him, Treasure Island Elementary School. I also believe in attendance tonight is Amanda Dawes, the Regional Director for Florida. For the Anti-Defamation League, Dr. Gilberto Bonce, the North Region Administrative Director from Miami-Dade County Public Schools. Thank you for this important, very important work. Does anybody want to speak? Represent?
So I wanted to thank you, Mayor Minor, for your remarks and for the invitation to join you all today. I want to thank the City of Miami Beach Chief Education Officer, Dr. Leslie Rosenfeld, for your long continued support. Yes. And your dedication to bringing No Place for Hate anti-bullying programming to Miami Beach schools. And thank you, Cora and Ela, for all of the time and help you give to us coordinating the logistics of all this programming. ADL's world's leading anti-hate organization. We're over 100 years old, and our timeless mission is to stop the defamation of the Jewish people and secure justice and fair treatment for all. Our work requires us to respond to increased incidents of anti-Semitism, racism, homophobia, xenophobia, and so much more. We seek to make sure our children can thrive in an atmosphere free from bullying and filled with acceptance for everyone. We are so thankful for our long-lasting partnership with Miami Beach to provide anti-bullying education programs in all Miami Beach schools. Thank you.
Let's do PA 6.
7. Mayor? 7.
Sorry, no, so let's go to 12.
PA 12 is Proclamation Miles Golden, Completing Internship Program, requested by Commissioner Rosa Gonzalez, PA 12.
Miles, can you please approach the podium, or should I say Smiles Golden? Working in City Hall, each summer I take on a summer intern, and I think it's a wonderful idea. It's always a resident. Go over there by the podium so everyone can see you on the camera, Miles. because it's so important that our children and students come to City Hall, watch civic government in action, and learn from it. And this year, my student was Miles Golden. He was proactive. He reached out to me. He came to work every single day, even though you didn't necessarily have to come to work every single day during this internship. He's in Ransom Everglades, class of 25, so you'll be graduating soon. And born and raised in Miami Beach, or actually live on Alton Road, my neighbor. Plays football, loves to read. One of the most interesting things this year, we sent out an email, and I said, Miles, I need you to give me a quote. And he said, what do you mean I need a quotation from you? I said, yeah, I'm going to feature you in my email, and I need you to give me a quote. And his quote was, what was Miles? I'm honored to get to meet a new person every day. So we loved that, Miles. And today, we are going to recognize you. We actually did a special proclamation for you. Your proclamation has a picture, and it was actually the first proclamation that we've ever done, or recognition, with a picture. So today, we would like to recognize Miles Golden for his outstanding efforts, valuable contributions, and the successful completion of a 6-week summer internship in my office with Commissioner Rosa Gonzalez and the City of Miami Beach Office of Mayor and Commission. So congratulations, Miles, and I really enjoyed it, and good luck. Everything you're doing. Would you like to say at least something that you learned? What did you most learn by spending the summer in City Hall with us, Miles?
I mean, I would just say, in general, it was a great and very formative experience, and if I have anything what I would learn is kind of just the importance of just being here and being able to interact with your community on a larger scale. And just if I have any advice for anyone here, it's whether you're young or young at heart, to get involved in the city in any way possible.
Get that on your resume for when you graduate next year. Let's take a picture. He does not know where he's going to college when he graduates. Where did you apply?
I applied all over. So Northwestern is where I eat now, so that's.
All right, good luck.
PA 13.
PA 13 is proclamation Dr. Enid Curtis Pinckney Day. Requested by Commissioner Bott.
So that's me. I'm just having technical difficulties with my chair. Can't get close enough. Okay. So this is an item that was suggested by the Black Affairs Advisory Committee and is something that I'm super happy to be a part of. As it happens, Edwin Shepard and I had met from the Historic Hampton House 2 years ago, maybe 3, and so it was like full circle happening, because that's when I first had heard about Dr. Enid Pinckney. She was a remarkable human being, a trailblazer, critically important in preserving not just structures but history for our South Florida community, and specifically our African American and Black South Florida community. And I wanted to just have some forbearance from everybody to read the proclamation, because this is a heck of a life that we worked very hard to get onto one partial page. And I think if you don't already know who she is, you're going to want to read more about her after this. Dr. Enid Curtis Pinckney, born in 1931 and passed away this July, was a revered preservationist, historian, and community leader whose passion for for preserving Black history in Miami in rich communities across Miami-Dade County. Born and raised in Overtown to Bahamian parents in October 15, 1931, Dr. Pinckney's parents worked as housekeepers for a wealthy family in Miami Beach. In the summers, they lived on the property. However, she could not live with them due to restrictive Jim Crow laws. After graduating from Booker T. Washington High School, she went on to receive a BA degree from Talladega College, an MS degree from Barry University, and an honorary doctorate degree from St. Thomas University. Her career was dedicated to service, first as a social worker, and then in the Miami-Dade public school system, from which she retired as an assistant principal at South Miami Middle School in 1991. In the 1980s, Dr. Pinckney joined the Dade Heritage Trust, Miami-Dade County's preservation organization, where she pushed to preserve Black and Native American landmarks. In 1998, she became the first Black president of the trust. Under her leadership, she helped preserve many landmarks, including, but not limited to, the historic Hampton House. And for those of you who might not know what the historic Hampton House is, Google it and get your heinies over there often. It's an amazing community resource with live music and art and history, and it's super cool. And you can ask Edwin all kinds of questions before he leaves. The Hampton House in particular holds significant value in local and national history, as it was the only Black hotel near Miami Beach. It served as a sanctuary for important Black leaders, including but not limited to Dr. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Muhammad Ali, back when he was Cassius Clay, of course, and many more notable figures, including performers and athletes. Despite their fame, none of these distinguished individuals were allowed to stay in Miami Beach due to Jim Crow segregation. Other significant accomplishments include the preservation of forgotten sites like the Lemon City Cemetery, the Miami City Circle, and the Miami City Cemetery, all of which led to the discovery of Black Americans who lived and contributed to our communities. In an interview with our own Miami Design Preservation League, Dr. Pinckney reflected on the profound transformation of Miami Beach over the years. For instance, her brother was born in Miami Beach, but he was not allowed to show that on his birth certificate. She recalls her journey from being unable to enjoy Miami Beach freely to being invited to speak at the prestigious Bath Club. That's a life. That is a life. So we did something a little bit different today. The City of Miami Beach recognizes Dr. Pinckney's passion for acknowledging and preserving the history of Miami's Black pioneers. Her dedicated efforts align with the city's value to protect, preserve, and honor our diverse culture and history. And so instead of proclaiming today Dr. Enid Curtis Pinckney Day, we're proclaiming October 5th, 2024, Enid Curtis Pinckney Day. So I'm going to come down in a moment to present this to you, but I'd like to turn it over to you first to say a few words, if you would. And tell everybody who you are.
Well, my name is Gary Allen. I am the nephew and adopted son of my aunt, Dr. Enid C. Pinckney. And I had prepared notes like my aunt would want me to do, but I think you've said it all. You know, you've really said it all. So I'm just grateful and thankful. I know she would be really, really happy to receive this award. She was full of life and always ready to go somewhere, you know, all the time at 92 years old. So she was really, really active. But I know one thing that she would do, she would ask her friends and family to stand up who were in the audience. She would always make you stand up. My aunt was a great woman, you know, and she was my aunt. She was an icon to everyone else, but she was just my Aunt Enid. So, and I just, you know, some other people are here, and I'm going to give them an opportunity to say a few words.
Thank you so much. I will be brief. My name is Imani Warren. Dr. Enid Pinckney is a staple in my life. She was always talking about the importance of legacy and that Black history doesn't belong to just Black people, it belongs to all of us. So I just want to make sure that we remember that, and thank you very much.
I don't know what to say. Everything was already said with everyone. My name is Edwin Shepard. I am the lead docent and also brand manager at the Historic Hampton House. We are open Wednesday through Sunday, just to let you guys know, for tours. 9 out of 10 times I'll be the one giving you the tours. But she is such an honor to kind of shadow under Dr. Pickney and learn history. It has been designated as a historical landmark nationally as of February 7th of 2022. And that's because of her perseverance and Jackie Collier. If you could just stand Jackie, real quick. Just stand. Jackie Collier, former executive director of the Historic Hampton House, is pretty much the person that brought me in and introduced me to, so I wanted to honor her while she's here. And she still lives on, and the history still lives on. I would like to close by saying the Historic Hampton House, there was 15 Green Book locations in Miami. There's only one left standing, and that's the Hampton House. It would have been torn down if it wasn't for her efforts on keeping that up. So please come by and give her legacy, keep her legacy going by stopping by and paying us a visit. Thank you so much.
Good evening. I wanted to make sure that we did create this honor. I think some people are wondering why Dr. Pinkney, what has her connection to Miami Beach been? And you mentioned that she used to live literally on Pine Tree Drive, where I live. So when we talked about that, and you mentioned how her brother was born in Miami Beach and they would not put it on his birth certificate. So I have a Kwanzaa event that I have every year, which you've attended. And I mentioned to her that she needed to come because it would be a full circle moment to celebrate Kwanzaa, Black cultural heritage on Pine Tree Drive, where she used to live, where her brother was denied having that on his birth certificate. So she found that very pleasant. She had a good laugh about that, and we had a great time. So this is very appropriate. We're just glad that she gets the honor. And of course, I always like to say about Bahamian roots. Bahamians built Miami Beach, city of Miami. So she's another proud Bahamian and who's brought a lot of love and culture and heritage to South Florida.
I think one thing, before we take the picture, one thing she would really be proud of is that the new police chief, right? He's Bahamian. Yeah, Bahamian roots. My homeboy. Could the friends and family, Dr. Pinkney, come up and share this moment with us?
PA 7.
PA 7 is proclamation declare October 9th as T.T. Terry Day in the city of Miami Beach. Requested by Commissioner Dominguez.
Thank you. Congratulations. First of all, we are so proud of you and so honored to have you here in our commission chambers. And I'm going to read a little bit about you so that the audience can learn more about TT. Twanisha T.T. Terry, a native of Miami-Dade County, has achieved international fame as a world-class sprinter, winning gold in the 4x100 meter relay for Team USA at the Summer Olympics. Paris. Her historic achievement has not only brought tremendous pride to our nation, but has also made her a source of immense inspiration to the people of Miami Beach, where her journey first began. Twanisha's outstanding athletic career, marked by perseverance and dedication, has earned her recognition as one of the fastest women in the world. Her Olympic gold medal is a testament to her unwavering commitment to her craft and her role as a true ambassador of excellence from Miami Beach. As the daughter of Antoine Terry, a proud public servant of Miami Beach, T.T. Terry's deep connection to our city has been an integral part of her path to success. The city of Miami Beach proudly stands behind Terry, celebrating both her personal achievements and her contributions to the community through her inspiring example. The city of Miami Beach recognizes Twanisha T.T. Terry as an Olympian and a role model for young athletes in Miami Beach. Her gold medal victory reflects the values of perseverance, hard work, and resilience that our community holds dear, and her success is a beacon of hope for aspiring athletes. So now, therefore, do we, as mayor and commissioners of the city of Miami Beach, hereby proclaim November 13th, 2024, Twanisha T.T. Terry Day.
So I guess I'm very thankful. Oh, here, sorry. I'm very thankful of this proclamation, you know, being able to represent Miami, born and raised in Miami, and obviously competing international. Then I went off to the University of Southern California, where I earned my BA in communications, my master's in entrepreneurship and innovation, and minor in forensic and criminality, all within my 4 years. So I did that all within my 4 years at the University of Southern California because I knew the goals that I set to go in with, and being a part of Miami Beach, attending Nautilus Middle School, and also being a part of Miami Beach Police Explorers that also helped pave the way and allow me to be the woman that I am today and to continue being an inspiration for those all over Miami, Florida, and specifically here in Miami Beach. So I'm very appreciative of this. And I presented you all with some T.T. Terry, T-Baby bracelets is what I refer to my supporters. And a thank you card, just my small token of appreciation for the unwavering support and the support of everybody that got me through the 2024 Olympics. Although I was able to achieve a gold medal, I dealt with injuries in the Olympic year. Before going in, I was able to stay resilient and come out with a gold medal to represent for Miami.
TT, don't leave yet. I never speak about items that are not mine, but I'm going to say something. When I was growing up, the Olympics were something that was very special to me. I was always first of all, is the level of patriotism that you find when you're watching the Olympics, but also seeing these athletes, like you saying, the perseverance. I didn't even know about your injury, but the perseverance, the hard work, the dedication. I could tell you as a kid watching these Olympians, I was inspired by it. I can't even imagine how many countless kids you've inspired by your efforts, and it's amazing. I feel really honored that we have you in our chambers here today. And we were watching.
Going into 2025, we have World Championships in Tokyo, so I'll be training for that. I actually start training next week, so you all can be on the lookout for me to represent Team USA in Miami in Tokyo in 2025.
PA8.
PA8 is a certificate of recognition to the Charter Review Board requested by the mayor.
Well, this board did great work, but that is a tough act to follow right now.
Not even gonna try.
But I'm actually really happy to do this and glad you're here. Talk about perseverance, the work that this board put in, the Ad Hoc Charter Review and Revision Board for the dedication and hard work. 18 months of monthly meetings that you went through. And for everyone who's listening who may not realize, the charter is a governing document for our city, for our commission. The Constitution, you heard it here from Commissioner Bott. And every 10 years, we review it and go through and propose changes. There were many, many different ideas that you had, some that were brought forward and you rejected, some that you brought to us that we didn't take, but I think we took most of them. And even the ones that we tweaked at the edges. You did tremendous work, and we're grateful for the work. And there were 7 ballot measures, all passed, mostly by a wide margin. So kudos to you and all the hard work that you did. I do want to mention each of you by name, and thank you for, we're missing one? Missing one? 2, 4.
We ended up with 6.
Oh, you ended up with 6, I'm sorry. George Gonzalez, the chair. Ronald Starkman, vice chair. Michael Band. It says on my sheet Esquire, so I'll read that. Julie Bassner. Elizabeth Latone. And Samuel Rabin, Esquire. Somebody want to say something?
After you, you're the chair. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Commissioners. It's a pleasure to be here, and on behalf of the Charter Review Committee, we thank you as well, and we thank the voters for endorsing the recommendations we brought forward. As you mentioned, some things came our way that we didn't agree with and didn't recommend. Some things we recommended to you that didn't make it onto the ballot. But all in all, I think that the charter is better today than it was just a month ago because of the work that we did. And so I want to thank my colleagues for letting me be the chair, and Alex for appointing me, and the commission for endorsing us. Also want to support and thank the city attorney and the city clerk and his staff, because they were instrumental in helping us work through this over the year and a half that we did this.
I want to highlight that a lot of the changes predominantly were to increase transparency, public and resident engagement with the city. So these were critical changes that were made, and I think that's why you saw the public overwhelmingly supported them. So thank you.
Thank you.
go to PA 14.
PA 14 is Proclamation National Domestic Violence Awareness Month, requested by Commissioner Bott.
Okay, so from a profound legacy of fabulousness, we are going to a deep legacy of things that are not quite so fabulous, but are very important. And this proclamation honors the work that this group is doing. The domestic violence is an issue that is widespread and can impact anyone. The National Network to End Domestic Violence reports that 1 in 3 women, think about, just look to your left and look to your right, 1 in 3 women and 1 in 4 men, and nearly half of all LGBTQ plus people will experience domestic violence in their lifetime. That is a staggering and sobering thought. High rates of domestic violence are not private individual problems. They have profound effects on communities. Domestic violence leads to higher crime rates, family disruption, and long-term mental health issues, all of which place economic strain on local economies and social resources, obviously not to mention what it does for the individuals themselves. Miami Beach, the city of Miami Beach, is and has been and remains committed to supporting victims and survivors of domestic violence. And we recognize the Miami-Dade County Domestic Violence Oversight Board for their commitment in providing support, raising awareness, and advocating for domestic violence victims and survivors. And in acknowledgement to the contributions of advocates, service providers, law enforcement, and community members, the city of Miami Beach is proud to recognize October, because that's when it was supposed to have been presented, as Domestic Violence Awareness Month. So it's a little bit late, but nonetheless heartfelt. So now, therefore, do we, as mayor and commissioners of the city of Miami Beach, hereby proclaim the month of October National Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And if you would... I would love it if you would each take a moment to introduce yourselves and share with the audience who you are. And I will call out Cecile, who is one of Miami Beach PD's own, is a special guest here. But please go ahead.
Thank you so much, Commissioner, for this recognition. Our hope is that one day we won't have to bring awareness to domestic violence and there's no longer intimate partner violence. On behalf of the Domestic Violence Oversight Board, I'm the Vice Chair, Isabella Corzo, and we invite you all to contact us, to learn from us about our efforts, what we are doing to prevent domestic violence in our county. We are very lucky that we have Liz Regalado. She's the Executive Director and is a wealth of information, so please reach out. We're here for you. We're here to serve our community. Thank you.
Good evening. Thank you, Commissioner Bott, Mayor, Commissioners. I'm Liz Regalado. I have the honor to follow the lead of my fantastic board, which is comprised of 15 individuals. We want to be a service to you. We're an advisory board to the mayor, the county commission, but also to the community at large. And every city that we have visited during this Domestic Violence Awareness Month, we ask to hear from you. We want to know and have conversations in your neighborhoods on how we can raise awareness on domestic violence. So use us. We are your board, not just the county board, county-wide. And just to put things in perspective, thank you, Commissioner, for putting the humanistic impact of domestic violence. But we commissioned a study by the University of Central Florida that realized that domestic violence costs the Miami-Dade County as a whole, taking in all the efforts and the response involved in domestic violence for the year 2020, that added to over $75 million that year. So it's not only a deadly epidemic, public health issue, it's a very costly one. Thank you very much for this honor, and we hope to work more with you. Thank you.
Well, just say, Commissioner Bat, thank you for putting the item. Thank you for summarizing the work. I'm not going to talk much because this one won't let me. Thank you for, supporting the work, summarizing so well. And to put it in perspective as well, the national statistics, if you look at this commission, we got 3 female commissions, 4 male commissioners. That means one of you female commissioners and one of you male commissioners would be at some point, victim of domestic violence. So that's a pretty big number. If you look at this room, 1 in every 3 women, 1 every 4 men, that's a lot of people in this room who would end up victim of domestic violence here, just in this room.
Hello, my name is Cristel Marino. I'm the Communications Director for the Office of Community Advocacy. We have 12 boards in our office, and the domestic violence is one of them. What we're doing in Miami-Dade County is